everybody. Richard Morin here with another week of AZ Replay here at AZ Central Sports. We're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, and on the AZ Central Sports homepage. We got Brian Snyder down there in the pit. He's looking a little lonely. Today. We do not have Matt Wilhelm, the Highland Hall of Famer, unfortunately was not able to join us. So, Brian, how we doing tonight?
I don't know if I hear myself.
No? We don't have Brian?
Yeah, we're here.
Hey, Brian.
Oh, I didn't hit it.
This is what happens when Matt isn't here. This is just, you need two guys down in the pit. We don't have it this week, but it's all right. Brian, we all good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Brian, how we doing tonight?
I'm doing good. What's the new favorite game we play here?
Well, we're going to start a new tradition here on AZ Replay, so we're hoping you guys can join us. We're going to get to the highlights in just a little bit, but first, we have to play a little game we like to call Where in the World is Matt Wilhelm? That's right. Thank you, Bryce, for helping us out without our studio audience. There's Matt Wilhelm. We found him. He's all good. There he is. Absolutely. He's looking good. I don't know where he is. Looks like he's somewhere tropical. I don't know. It's looking good, though. But, Matt, you're missed, man. You're missed. And I think, Matt, we're going to maybe try to find a way to get him to be part of the broadcast. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. Who knows when Matt will return. But
check.
At one point, Matt will come back to us in some capacity. He's always with us in spirit. So,
Looked like he was in Cabo there.
What's that?
Looks like he was in Cabo.
In Cabo. Oh, nice. I like that.
That would be my guess.
All right, well, let's get straight into the games we're covering this week. Brian's going to show you right on your screen as we speak. We're going
to do the Division ones first.
We're going to do the division rankings first, apparently. So here we go. So we got
that was Matt's job, by the way.
That was Matt's job.
He pulled up the graphics here.
So these are the new Open Division rankings as of October 3rd. Chandler is at 6-0. South Point Catholic also undefeated 5-0, followed by Centennial. Notre Dame Prep, which was part of our game of the week, and they played an absolute doozy. We'll get to them in just a second, followed by Sapporo. Campo Verde, a little bit of a surprise on that list. Pinnacle, 5-1, and Brophy 7-0. Big surprise, though, Chandler Hamilton falling to number 9 on this list. What do you got on that, Brian?
I'll tell you what, they lost and moved down.
That's right, yeah.
And it's going to be very interesting. This week is really going to mix a lot of things up.
I think so.
As we've seen with the scores, it's a little foreshadowing.
Yes. We're excited to show you guys the highlights. Brian, I think, is going to pull up the games that we were at, and we're going to tell you guys all about our game of the week and all the other games that we were at on this Friday night. What is this? We go week 8 now? Yeah, that's right. Week 8. Here around Arizona High School football. Horizon and Notre Dame Prep. That was our game of the week. Crazy finish in that one. Chandler Brophy, pair of top 8 teams. Mountain Point and Desert Vista, Bastrop, Hamilton, Arcadia Seton Catholic, Ridge and Pinnacle, BF and Florence, and Sunny Slope and Centennial. So some really good matchup. Greenway Thunderbird. I don't want to forget about the
don't forget about the Demons and the Chiefs.
That's right. I was ready for that one. All right, let's get right into the highlights, guys, because this game was absolute madness. Richard Obert was down there at us. We sent him to the right game this week because Horizon and Notre Dame Prep, this game went to double overtime, guys. Double overtime. The first highlight we're going to show you was this Martinelli pass to Jay Rudolph here. This set up a big touchdown for Horizon. I know I got to reload all these pages now that I switched my internet over. So here we go. Let's take a look at Jake Martinelli there in the shotgun for Horizon. Rolls out. Here's the throw, and right at the 1 yard line. So that play sets up this touchdown. I'm just going to refresh that to make sure we don't have any problems. And that play sets up this touchdown right here. Although, no, is it the same thing? Oh, I think it is the same thing. All right, well, it ended up setting up a touchdown in this game. Like I said, went to double overtime. And this is what Richard Obert had to say about it. Before we show you the score, let's hear Obert's breakdown on this game.
Go. Richard Obert from the Arizona Republic here at Notre Dame. First time Notre Dame has lost at home since 2015. Horizon comes back in second overtime to beat the Saints 35-34. It took incredible fourth down play, 4th and 10 from quarterback Jake Martinelli to find birthday boy Avery Lambert on a corner route in the end zone for the touchdown. And then that sophomore kicker Rossi key punches it in, for the extra point. And then they got a key block. Notre Dame, when they went first, they got a key block on their extra point try, and that was the difference. 35-34, Horizon wins it, and Horizon ends Notre Dame's 32-game regular season winning streak. Reporting Arizona Republic.
All right, thanks, Richard, for giving us that video breakdown there. Of course, you can see on your screen Horizon moving to 6-1, 35-34 over the Saints at their field. They have not lost at that field, guys, since their first game they played there. 35-34, Horizon gets the win. The other thing I wanted to touch on, the game-winning touchdown, and I got to give credit to Arizona Varsity. They tweeted this out. Avery Lambert, the game-winning touchdown, it was his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
It was his birthday today. Gets the game-winning touchdown, double overtime. Thanks to Arizona Varsity for that factoid.
2015 was the last time they lost.
I mean, this has been a great program. I mean, you look at the players that have come through, the quarterback Farrell, Jake Smith, of course. I mean, some Slater Zellers, the long snapper for Cal now. I mean, these are high-profile players that are coming through the Saints program up in North Scottsdale, clearly doing something right. But Horizon was the team to beat on this night, 35-34 in double overtime there. Dana Scott, got to like his game, too. He had two top 8 teams covering there in Chandler and Brophy. And this is Day Hunter. Going to give you a sense of how this game is going. 35-0. Chandler goes up over Brody after this touchdown right here. Day Hunter, man. It's the Day show. Breaking tackles and going in the end zone. That's just what Day do, man. Let's take another look here on AZ Replay. You can see Day Hunter coming out, breaks a tackle right there, and squeezes into the end zone.
He cut back and went up the middle, which is nice.
Kid is an absolute animal. That's basically the way things went in this game. Dana giving us his breakdown after this one.
Final score, 49-0, Chandler over Brophy. One of the craziest shutouts that I've seen. And ending off with a pick six by Daniel Jimenez Fulton, outside linebacker for Brophy. 54 yards, picking off E.J. Warner. And E.J. Warner, he got picked off a total of 3 times. Matt Winter got picked off a total of twice. Brandon Buckner was the player of the game for Chandler. He had 3 sacks in 18 yards of loss, and Day Hunter was the player of the game for for Chandler. He had 3 touchdowns and over 150 yards, and it's just something I have seen a lot of blowouts this season, but I have not seen a shutout like this on someone's home field yet, especially for Brophy. Got a lot of work to do. Brophy could not get down the field. They couldn't even get past the 50-yard line because the defense is just too strong by Chandler. So, see more on AZ Replay, and that's it for me. This was too much. Chandler's just too good. Way too good.
All right, thanks, Dana, for giving us a recap of that one. As you can see, Chandler rolling to a 49-0 victory over the previously undefeated Brophy. I mean, I don't think this is – we knew Chandler was a good team, but I don't think this is the way we thought this one was going to go.
No, and certainly not a shutout.
No, I mean,
49.
This is an undefeated team. This is a team that's in the Open Division rankings right now. And Chandler
Brophy was 8th.
And Chandler just comes in and absolutely steamrolls them.
And what does this say more about Chandler? That are they that solid of a number 1 right now in the Open Division? Who's going to beat them?
I mean, you can't argue with it, right? I mean, you're talking about a top 8 matchup, the number 1 team. I understand it's 1 against 8, but 49-0 over 2 Open Division teams. I don't think you can dispute Chandler's number 1 ranking. But we're going to keep rolling on with the highlights here. We did have Danny Shapiro out at Sunny Slope and Centennial. Some good stuff in this one from Danny, if I can find his highlights here. Let's take a look. This was the highlight that I liked the most. The Centennial turning this 3rd and 30 into a 36-yard touchdown grab. Elijah Brooks. This put the Coyotes up 14-0. Let's take a look at how this one. I absolutely love this highlight. This one we're gonna have to watch a couple times. I love the left-handed quarterback too, rolling out, crosses body, dives into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that receiver laid out.
He did, diving touchdown catch. I mean, that's what you got. I mean, this is an undersized quarterback. He rolls out, left-handed, across his body, down the field, and a diving touchdown. That's a 3rd down play, too. That's high That's a high-stress play. Not an easy play to make. Let's take a look one more time here on AZ Replay. Danny Shapiro with, so far, I think the highlight of the night.
Wow.
We'll see what else we get on this Friday night of Week 8 around high school football. But Danny, of course, giving us some other good stuff. We have an interview with Eric Haney of Centennial after the game. Let's take a look at what Eric had to say.
I felt like I played good. I mean, everything was clicking tonight. All my friends played good. Jam. I mean, we did everything we needed to tonight. The coaches were on cue. I mean, it was homecoming weekend. Everything was good today, and I felt like we couldn't lose. So.
All right, Danny also giving us his breakdown of this one. Let's take a look at what Danny had to say and his thoughts.
Centennial's a team that really looks like it could be part of the Open Division playoff this year. 48 win, nothing today over Sunny Slope. Just a team that looked good. They ran the opening kickoff back for a touchdown. They didn't let Sunny Slope get past midfield until almost about the end of the third quarter, and really just another dominating performance for the Coyotes. Final here tonight was 48-0.
All right, short and sweet. I love it. Sunny Slope.
Nice, Danny.
Sunny Slope can't get on the board. They're falling to 4-3. No points against Centennial, going to 6-1 and 48-0. Centennial, by the way, the number 3 team on that Open Division ranking. So, I mean,
The question here, Richard, is Chandler and Centennial. Let's don't forget about South Point, who's number 2 right now in the Open Division.
Yep. Bijan Robinson. I mean, that team is a force.
Yeah,
for sure.
Could Centennial give Chandler a run for its money in the Open Division if they both continue to go relatively unbeaten in region play?
So I'm glad you brought that up, because I think that brings up the interesting discussion about the Open Division, because before the Open Division, we couldn't have that, right? Centennial, a 5A team, Chandler, a 6A team. These teams would not be meeting in the state championship. They could be both state champions, but in their different divisions. Now we have the Open Division. This is what makes it exciting, because we can truly see the pound for pound best football team in Arizona, and how can you not be excited about that?
No, and I think that's what a lot of these high school football fans throughout the state are getting excited about.
Yep.
And there's still the 6A, 5A, 4A, 3A, 2A champions as well. They get their everybody else.
But we want to see, and I remember, I covered the state championships a couple years ago down in Tucson. It was, Brock Purdy's Perry Pumas against Jake Conover and Chandler, and you have this great 6A bout, and these are great championships. But then you have Centennial; they're part of this dynasty, and you're like, what would that team look like in a state championship game against Chandler? We may finally find out, and that is what makes this all worth it.
Exactly, right? It's a lot of fun and a lot more scores to get to, Richard.
Absolutely, a lot more scores to get to. Desert Edge, the Scorpions 35-14 over Cactus. Valley Christian 26-13 over Odyssey Prep. South Point, you just brought them up, Brian, 59-21 over Casa Grande, so I don't think they're going anywhere. And the Firebirds, Chaptown, coming in with a 35-31 win over Sandra Day O'Connor.
I believe they were trailing in this game, and they came back to win it.
That's right,
Wow.
Absolutely. Well, first I want to thank Obert, Dana, and Danny for being out in the field with us. AZ Central Sports and AZ Central Preps, they're hashtagging AZ Replay for us. They're out there. They're tagging at AZ Replay on Twitter, hashtag AZ Replay. You can also be part of the conversation if you're out of the game or you just want to chime into the conversation. We're hashtag AZ Replay. Let us know what you're seeing. Let us know what you think. We'd love to have you as part of the show. It's about what's going on in your neighborhood, right, Brian?
That's right. Yeah. Hashtag AZ Replay, and follow us at AZ Replay on Twitter and AZC Sports on Facebook.
Absolutely.
And of course, AZCentral.com.
AZCentral.com. All right, well, let's get to our next game. Damien was down there, a Chandler bout between Basha and Hamilton. Damien out there. I always love I think Damien, I get it. We might give an award at the end of this season for the best video highlights, and I think Damien is in the running. Damien always gives me the good stuff, and I always appreciate it. Hamilton coming strong with a strong opening drive, a 15-yard touchdown pass from Nick Arvey to Brady Brady Schuff, Hamilton going up 7-0 over Basha. Let's take a look at this one.
Nice angle, clear, pass to the left. Oh,
and it's like I'm watching game film. I love it.
He just beat him on the outside.
I know, I love it. So there you go in the shotgun. Over down there, receiver just cleanly beats his man, and it's really an uncontested touchdown, a perfect pass there from the quarterback. Here's a 10-yard touchdown run from Isaiah Blanco for Hamilton. Hamilton going up by 3 scores here in the first half. This one was just all Hamilton early on. We'll show you the score a little bit later. We'll see how this one ended, but as you can see, Hamilton just not in the fake pass here, breaking some tackles up the middle.
Wow.
You can't beat it. Let's take another look at
That's
that
a nice
one here
play.
on AZ replay. Another shotgun snap, handoff. Definitely,
Nice block from the right tackle there.
And faked out a good number of the defenders, too. So there's Damian for us giving us those highlights. Brian, let's see that score here. Let's give the people what they want.
Boy, another shutout.
Another shutout. 42-0. Hamilton going to 7-1. And I'll tell you what. I mean, you talk about a response from a team. This is a team that got dropped out of the top 8 for the Open Division. They come out. Bash is, I understand Bash is not, a top 10 team. This is still a really good program. This is a crosstown rivalry to come out a statement win, 42-0. It's what you love to see.
Yeah, and Hamilton, certainly something to prove, seeing where they fell. And we're really going to see what happens this coming Tuesday when the next rankings come out and how this all shakes out. And Richard Obert's been quite, vocal, about what he thinks. He couldn't believe Hamilton dropped as far as they did.
Absolutely. Well, they're showing the state that they belong. Who else is trying to prove that they belong is Pinnacle. I mean, this is a team that won, right, and dropped in the rankings.
Correct.
Right. I mean, what is going on with that? What is going on with Pinnacle here? We had Brad out there for us, giving us the Pinnacle stuff. I don't think we have any highlights from this game, but this was a game between two really good teams, and Pinnacle had something to prove here. Brian, can we see the score? Let's see what Let's see what the Pioneers were able to do in this one. We don't have any highlights, unfortunately, but Pinnacle. I mean, this was not a close game. This is no Horizon Notre Dame prep game. Pinnacle, a statement win, like many teams have done this week, 60-0. I mean, this is like the New England Patriots playing the rest of the NHL. I mean, playing the rest of the NFL right now.
You see all the blowouts from this week.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I feel like there's always a lot of blowouts, but.
No, this is sort of an unprecedented. I mean, it seems like such high scores.
Yeah, I would
all
say
over the place.
Unprecedented is a fair word. And you know what else is unprecedented, especially from what AZ Central Sports has been able to do in terms of high school football coverage? The Beyond the Gridiron documentary series from the entire AZ Central Sports staff. I mean, too many people to list. The entire AZ Central video team, AZ Central Sports, we're down there at South Mountain High School bringing you guys a video documentary series. You can find this on the AZ Central and the AZ Central Sports YouTube pages. Episode 4 just came out. Episode 3 was my favorite episode, and they're just getting better and better. Episode 4, a worthy follow-up, and we're going to give you guys a sneak peek at what you missed.
Just being together and being able to just have a common ground of believing in something is very important to us.
CTC! One of my biggest hopes to come out of this is that it inspires somebody, even if it's just one person, just inspire somebody to never give up, no matter your circumstance. It's not where you've been, it's where you're going. And you're gonna make some mistakes, you're gonna have some setbacks, you're gonna go through some trials and tribulations, but you can't have a testimony without a test.
This is a family atmosphere. You don't have to be, blood to be family. This relationship is action. It is nice to see white, Latino, black together for one purpose and having fun. I mean, that's the dream. And that's what we're trying to do on the South Side.
Homecoming king, Devontae Ingram.
I mean, if that doesn't get the blood pumping in terms of high school football and getting stoked for it, I don't know what will, Brian.
This team is incredible.
It really is.
I mean, and what they say in this episode a lot, episode 4, which is now ready and on AZ Central and on YouTube, is the community of South Mountain, and you really see it in this episode a lot.
Absolutely.
And gosh, you just see how close-knit they are and how important faith and family and football is to this community.
So I love the juxtaposition of the new and the old, because you're following this 2019 team, but episode 3 I thought really dug into the history of the program and the traditions and the struggles that the program has had to face, and the identities, and that to me is what is the most. I mean, there's so many compelling parts about the series, but for me, it's that juxtaposition of new and old. It is extremely compelling. Highly recommend you guys watch. Once again, it's on the AZ Central and AZ Central Sports YouTube pages. The episodes are not that long, just about 10 minutes per episode, so it's not going to take you long to catch up. Highly recommend it if you haven't checked it out yet. Another thing I'm going to highly recommend are some highlights from this Arcadia Seton Catholic game. We had a close one here in a night of blowouts. We had one that was
considered close.
This one was considered close. Here we go. We got Evaristo out there. Kane Beller throwing a 28-yard touchdown to Marcus Williams, giving Arcadia the lead. How about this uniform matchup too? I mean,
Is that Seton Catholic?
Yeah, no, Seton Catholic is in the yellow.
Yeah, in the yellow.
Yeah,
the gold.
But I just mean the uniforms look good against each other. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Whoa, nice pass.
That's a nice pass in the slot for an Arcadia touchdown. One more time here. We'll see that one on AZ replay. Take a look here. Nice strike.
Wow.
I think that's
how
how
hang on to that ball too.
That's how Evaristo turned it to. I think he called it a strike. So, good stuff here. Let's take a look at this final score. Let's see how we ended up here.
Gotcha.
20-6. I mean, that's a close game. That's 2 touchdowns. From what we've seen this week, I think that qualifies as a close game here in Week 8. So that is one that we're definitely going to be talking about in terms of. I mean, this week has just been crazy in terms of the blowouts.
Yeah.
I mean, we have so many blowouts this week. Next game we're going to get to, Edith was out covering Benjamin Franklin and Florence, and we don't have any highlights from this one, but we do have some takeaways and some video highlights. Brian, do you want to get to a score before we get to
I
these?
do. I will do that.
Okay,
Thank you. You told me
here.
that. There you go.
So 41-6. You can see Benjamin Franklin moves to 7-0 on the season over Florence. And we'll head back to the computer because Edith got us a post-game interview with Ben Franklin coach Dave Jeffries, and then she had her own stand-up video. But let's take a look and see what the coach had to say after this one.
Explain the grass.
What's that?
Can you explain the grass?
Oh, this is our journey box. So we put little parts of our journey in this. Our journey is to earn an 11th game. In other words, make the playoffs. And so along the way, with little reminders of things that we've done and accomplished, we put it in our box and just kind of go with it.
So next week it's going to be a big game against Queen Creek.
Next week, ALA Queen Creek. They're arguably the number 1 team in the state, and so they're a real good team. And I'm guessing they pulled off a win tonight, so they're probably undefeated. And so it's a big one, but we've just got to prepare like we do anybody else and get ready to go, and I'm excited for it.
Little journey box there, Brian.
I like that.
That's pretty cool, right?
That is very interesting.
I like that. You know what I try to do? Every baseball stadium that I go to, I try to get a magnet that says the ballpark name.
Okay.
And so I haven't been to that many. All right. I grew up in New England, so I've been to Fenway Park. And I do a couple of Diamondbacks trips every year.
Yeah.
And so I have Wrigley Field, Oracle Park, formerly AT&T Park in San Francisco, Petco Park, Nationals Park. So I have a couple now.
Yeah.
It's a small collection, but I feel like eventually, right, when I hit all these cities, I'll have all these magnets, right, and that just say. I mean, they're not like Cubs magnets. It's a magnet that says the stadium name.
You know what mine is? Soft serve ice cream in the Sunday helmets.
In the helmets, yes.
They're on top of my refrigerator,
Yeah.
and my sons and I have started collecting. We've got all of these. We've probably got 12 or 13 or so.
Oh, yeah.
We hit a bunch of East Coast teams last summer, which was great.
No better way to enjoy ice cream. I gotta tell you that.
No, the soft serve, and we rate the soft serve.
Absolutely.
All
All
right.
right. Well, let's keep going on.
We're gonna get to Edith. We're gonna.
Oh, I just gotta close that. Hold on, let me find it.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here.
Hi
I found
guys,
her. All right,
it's
here we go.
Edith.
There she goes.
I got her.
Got her.
Sorry, Edith. Didn't mean to forget about you there. Let's see what you had to say after Benjamin Franklin and Florence.
Hi guys, it's Edith with the Arizona Republic. Big night for Ben Franklin. They came out on top, 41-6 over Florence. Also big night for quarterback Matthew McKnight. He had a couple interception catches, and he brought in a touchdown, and he also had 5 complete passes. This game pretty much got out from the start with Ben Franklin. Not much to say, but Ben Franklin improves to 7-0, and they have a big game next week against Queen Creek.
Yeah, that big game for Queen Creek versus Benjamin Franklin next week. Really a big game.
I don't know if it's our game of the week next week. I don't think we can reveal anything yet, but I'll tell you what, that's going to be in the running. That's going to be a very good game to watch. Let's keep moving on here. We had Anthony Perez out there covering Mountain Point and Desert Vista. His first highlight showing us Devin Grubbs from Desert Vista giving his team a 10-3 lead early on in this one. Let's take a look. The Tukey Bowl, Brian. It's a big game.
What did I see? Something like the 23rd annual, something like that?
I covered this game a couple years ago. I'll tell you what, it's a real big thing down there in Ahwatukee. You know, they don't mess around down there. This is a big game for everybody. The Thunder and Mountain Point. So here we go. This is a missed field goal. I just included this highlight because of where the ball goes. And Brian, you're going to love this one if you haven't seen it yet. Here
He's
comes
lining
the snap.
up.
Here it comes.
Oh!
Whoa! Right into your living room, guys. There it is.
Look out.
Not quite a field goal there, but you know what? It's all right. And we had Desert Vista ended up winning this one 24-3. And here's the presentation of the trophy, right up close and personal from Anthony Perez there.
Nice.
I'll tell you what, Anthony going to
Careful
get
with
some
the trophy.
props in the award department there. That's some great stuff there from Anthony. So thanks so much for giving us that one. One more time for that final score. The Thunder moving to 5-2, 24-3 win over Mountain Point. So there you go on that one. We're going to keep moving on. We had Schlossberg out covering Greenway and Thunderbird.
Howard
Schlossberg, you absolutely got it. Greenway's Christian Johnson after this one.
Rockme, tell me how you guys did that, and we got to move away from that light a little bit. Okay, perfect. Tell me how you guys did that. That was very impressive.
Well, obviously it was a slow start. Defense held us up. They usually do that a lot. Our defense is so good; they just always shut them out. Big props to the O-line. They always get good blocks. Sometimes it's a slow start, but they always come around, and just hard work, keep going, never give up. That's how we did it.
You guys are 6-1, but I noticed when I was doing my prep for this game that you guys weren't ranked. Do you have a little chip on your shoulder, or no? Do you want to see yourselves get ranked here?
Yeah, definitely. That's always the goal. You always want to make the playoffs. You always want to get ranked.
What do you guys have to do to play better, if anything? No, because this is such an impressive performance tonight.
Just cut down on the mental mistakes. Definitely, I would just say cut down on the mental mistakes.
Penalties, but
and don't stop starting off slow. Definitely.
Yeah, you have 2 turnovers and a lot of penalties tonight. Otherwise, is there anything you can do to improve your game? I mean, gosh, you were just terrific tonight.
You can always improve. There's always things I can work on. Just never stop getting better.
How good is this team?
From here.
How good is this team? Real quick, how good is this team?
The Greenway?
Yeah. How good are you guys? How good are you guys?
I'll say we're pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you should.
All right.
I'd say they're pretty good too, considering the score right now.
Absolutely. So Greenway 33-0 over Thunderbird. Greenway moving to 6-1 on the season. Thanks to all our reporters out there in the field for us. There were a ton of other games we had our eyes on. I know Brian's going to be pulling up the rest of that scoreboard for you. I want to remind you guys, hashtag AZ Replay for out in the field. Come join, be part of the conversation. You don't have to work for us. Use that hashtag and to tweet us at AZ Central Sports. We're at AZ Central Preps, at AZ Replay. We're doing the darn thing. You can see some other scores on your screen right now. Millennium 28-25 over Verrado. That's a close one.
That was.
Blue Ridge 28-14 over Show Low. Apache Junction, the Prospectors 48-0 over Dysart. And Payson,
the Dysart what?
What?
The Dysart Demons.
The Demons.
The Demons.
You got me on that one. I didn't know.
How about Blue Ridge?
Payson edging Snowflake 34-33. So those are the rest of the scores we had for you tonight. I want to remind you guys, AZ Central Sports, want to head over there. You can subscribe, be part of everything that we're covering. More than high school sports, although Richard Obert is worth the price of the subscription alone. We do tons of stuff. I cover the Coyotes and Diamondbacks. We got expert Cardinals coverage, Suns coverage, Diamondbacks coverage, Coyotes coverage, you name it. We're out there. ASU football, ASU sports across the board. Absolutely want to follow us on Twitter. We're at AZC Sports, and we're also on Facebook as well. Matt Wilhelm, we miss you, buddy. But for Brian and myself, this has been AZ Replay. See you guys later.